Everything I Couldn't Tell My Mother is a coming-of-age story for any woman who has ever questioned her sexual maturity and readiness, stayed silent at a time when she should have spoken up, or accepted treatment that was less than what she deserved. Some of the prettiest smiles hide some of the darkest secrets. This is a glimpse inside the lives of 4 women with 4 very different stories.
One word to describe the relationship with my mom is open, and I mean open as much as it can be. I try to tell my mom as much as I can, but there's certain things that I know I have to keep to myself just for our relationship and just for her sanity, basically. Seriously. Yeah.
I think it's open and it's growing is what I would say that it is now. There's still a lot of things that I feel like we don't talk about and that I still hold back in sharing, but it's a lot better than what it was.
I feel like it was very strained when we were younger, and we've grown to kind of not address the stuff that made it so strained. Now that she's fought her demons, we try to be closer, but it is very empty and it can be seen as very fake, just because we don't have those in-depth conversations. And if I try to and I feel vulnerable, she kind of shuts off. I would say the most sincere though is when we hang up the phone and we leave each other and she hugs me and says I love you. But from the point of seeing her to the point of leaving, it's very empty.
If I could describe the relationship with my mother in one word, I would say progressive. We have gone through a lot of challenges emotionally, and one thing that I do appreciate about our relationship is the fact that we're constantly growing. Years ago, I couldn't tell her anything because she would freak out or she would get upset with me or she just wouldn't understand. Today, we can have conversations, we can talk about guys and business and my dreams and what I want for my life, what she wants for her life. We can talk about those intimate details, but that took a lot of hard work. If we continue to try and put heart in it, we'll ultimately get to where we want to be.
My mom can be very spontaneous. She would wake us up, I remember, in the middle of the night saying, okay, get dressed, we're going to Montreal, and it's like 5 in the morning, and we're just like, seriously?
Just spending time with my mom, going shopping. The reason is during that time, we talk about everything. We still do that now, and I'm still gonna do that even if I live on the other side of the world.
The most treasured memory that I share with my mother would have to be when I was a child. She would come into my room every single morning before she went to work, and she would kiss me goodbye, and she would leave her scent behind. It makes me so soft and mushy and like I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. Something about her scent and something about the love in that moment every morning before I went to school, I'll keep with me forever.
My mom would be the person who'd get up at like 4 in the morning and like make everybody breakfast, and you'd know she's up because she's like clanging pots and stuff. And you wake up and there's like individual like food for all of us. She would just do these little things, and she still does them now, like just like very nurturing.
You appreciate it
as
you
you
get
appreciate
older.
it as you get older. I think what I learned from my mom is the importance of self-care and self-love.
Be independent and have your own thing, do your own thing.
My mom taught me that I need to kind of figure it out on my own because she wasn't really there.
Have your own money. Learn how to cook on it for yourself, clean for yourself, because you never know what's gonna happen.
I grew up watching her do so much and not taking that time to take care of herself, or even just allowing things that she really shouldn't have. So I think for me, it really taught me kind of the hard way of the importance of like, if you don't value yourself or you don't take that time for yourself, no one's gonna do it for you.
I figured it out the wrong ways, but I still appreciate that I did it on my own, because I could look back and be like, you know what, that happened, but it's who I am now. I have a story to tell. So.
That's beautiful. The one thing that stands out to me that my mother taught me about womanhood is that women are built for challenge. I've seen my mom have amazing times in her life, and then I've witnessed my mom at her lowest points as well. And she's always kept faith in God. She's always kept faith in herself, and she always believed that there's light at the end of the tunnel. She's very opinionated, she has a strong voice, and I think that's important for all women to realize that it's okay for you to speak up. It's okay for you to be who you are and not have any regrets about it. There's so much power in opening up yourself and being vulnerable. So in my case, I have told my mother all the things that I've wanted to tell her.
If I could go back, I would take the time to kind of like, you know, try to fight more for our relationship.
My mom's lack of love made me go look for love in the wrong direction, and look for a lot of it by other men. And because of that, I think my biggest secret is that I've hated her for so long. Like, I had so much anger.
We fight a lot because we have different personalities. We have different views on life and the way we look at things and what's right and what's wrong. But I do look up to her, and I don't think she sees that.
I've slowly been able to just let the past be the past and move forward, but I had so much hate.
And it's really for yourself too, right?
Yeah.
Because you're holding on to that, like, you know, you said you hate her, you know? So I think that is really powerful that you're able to do that.
When your daughter comes to you and tells you certain things that you had no idea were going on, I mean, it can be shocking, but we've become stronger because of it. And
Did
so
she react the way you thought she would react?
Yes. I knew that it would be hurtful. I knew that it would be very hard for her to swallow. But the first step that I needed to take was opening my mouth and letting her know what was going on with me.
Mothers don't know how to wear various hats. They're so, I'm your mom today, or they're very on the other end, I'm completely your friend.
You're right, you can't have either or. I think you need like a blend of both, and like more where the friend part is more of that vulnerability.
They need to see things from our perspective as well. And that it's a completely different time. We're going through new issues, and you need to be open to hearing about that.
Like, let me make my mistake, but then they think, no, I can't, I'm your mom, I have to tell you
they have
what's
to
right.
protect you.
Yeah,
This is our real world, and it's like we need to kind of understand our environment when we walk out the door, because that has a huge impact on us if you're not going to have an impact on us.
Mothers need to be a little bit more understanding, a little bit softer. As much as you teach us and you tell us what you know and you explain your wisdom and all of that stuff is great, but we also want to know as daughters that you love us, that you're proud of us, and even in our mistakes that you'll love us through it, and that you'll be there for us no matter what. I love when she takes the time to tell me, you're so beautiful, or I'm so proud of you. That's what I need to hear, and that's what will make me want to try in this relationship and make it even better. I want my daughter to know that she needs to dream big. She needs to not depend on a man for anything. A man is not a financial plan. And I think that it's just very important to instill those values in her, because men will flash something shiny, and then before you know it, your daughter is on a pole. Before you know it, your daughter is hanging out with the wrong crowd, involved in drugs and drinking. That's not what I want for her.
Your mind is a very powerful thing, and a lot of your thoughts and your intuitions you need to follow and communicate.
I would definitely talk about the power of using your voice and sharing when you're going through something.
Communication when it comes to sex, love, and relationships will be very, very bold and strong in my house.
I want it to be open. Like, I may not necessarily agree with what you're saying,
but I'll listen.
I'll listen to
Yeah.
you, and I'll support you through it.
So I wrote the novel Everything I Couldn't Tell My Mother because I wanted to strengthen the relationship with my own mother. I wanted to find a way to communicate with her without feeling intimidated, without feeling judged or ashamed.
I'm really hoping that the novel isn't just looked at as a novel. I'm hoping it's really looked at for its true value and the true meaning behind it, and really opens up someone's heart.
I think that's what would be the best thing, that if people take some sort of action from it and they get some sort of peace out of it.
I can tell my mom, like she did it, so I can tell
exactly.
my mom certain things.
You feel that, I can do it.
This novel will do amazing things for females everywhere. I think that it will start a conversation, hopefully bring a lot of people together, and definitely reveal a lot of skeletons in the closet. I mean, everybody has secrets and everyone has a mother, and I just think that it's a universal concept. I think it'll do very well. It's not easy being a girl in a battlefield marked with sexual curiosity, peer pressure, broken friendships, abuse, and much, much more. Every day is not just an ordinary day, but despite the obstacles we face and the decisions we make, it is possible to rise again and to try again, because women are built for challenge. This novel is dedicated to every mother and every daughter and the secrets that lie between them.